After doing some research and making few of the spur gear pumps for oil transfer, waste oil transfer especially, making filters at the end of the wand, and actually we had one customer where the pump has failed after pumping numerous gallons of oil. We decided to invest into making something that will be very cheap in operation. What I mean is an oil transfer jig. It will not require expensive investment, and it will be very easy to operate. It will not break down. So we came up with it's not actually my idea. I mean, it's been around. Vacuum and atmospheric pressure has been around for a while. We just decided to make a kit and sell this for our customers of waste oil burners. This little kit is a very simple design. It has a wand that will go into your vessel with your waste oil. You see it's cut at the angle here, so you will never go against the wall and create too much vacuum in there, or shut it off so you can't get it off the wall or the bottom of the vessel. This device goes into all the 55-gallon drums. This kit is designed especially for 55-gallon drums. Of course, it can be used on anything else. And we have some of them right there. As you can see, not every 55-gallon drum will hold so much pressure, atmospheric pressure. So not all 55-gallon drums are made the same. These are good. The reason why this failed, I don't know. It actually failed at 5 inches of vacuum. It was hard to believe. 5 inches of vacuum compressed this, and this can hold 20 inches of vacuum. As you can see, we were using a vacuum from my Chevy, which is probably 19-20 inches at idle. And this one held without any problem, without any regulation. And these two just failed at 5 inches. So not every 55-gallon drum made the same. First off, let me show you what it is, and then go a little bit over on what kind of vacuum source you can use. This jig, complete setup, consists of this little item right here. I'll explain this later. Okay, this is a tool. You'll use it. You will need this to go into. That's an adapter to go into a 55-gallon drum. That's a 2-inch threaded quick connect. This little device goes in here. This is your side that will create vacuum, and this is the side where your suction wand will go on. It comes like this. It's a quick connect, and you're ready to roll. All you need now is a vacuum source. For vacuum source, you can use any kind of pump. Even this small pump will work. The trick is, see this small pump, it will take of course a little bit longer, but it will create enough vacuum in this 55-gallon drum to suck oil from other container. But remember, the trick is, it's not the vacuum that pulls your oil. What pulls your oil, it's actually the atmospheric pressure that pushes on it. So you create a little bit of vacuum inside your vessel, and atmosphere will take care of the oil by pushing it from that container that's exposed to atmosphere into a container that has a vacuum inside of it. Well, I want it to be even more cheaper. So I said, some people don't have access to vacuum pump and they don't want to carry it. Sometimes I go to places where they don't have 110 volts, or I don't want to run extension. So I found the best vacuum source that works for me, and it's my Chevy 5.7. 350 engine creates so much vacuum, it's more than you want. Pretty simple connection. I put a T on my brake line, and I put a quick connect, air quick connect. It does hold vacuum just fine, and I'm driving like this for quite some time. So just a regular air hose. This one is 3/8 ID. I even tried the 1/4 inch ID, it works just fine. So connect it to your supply there, start the truck. Now I have vacuum in the hole. For the demonstration purposes, this gauge is too small. I'm going to take this fitting off and put a big vacuum gauge on it. This is my tool, I will not sell it. I'm going to open the valve right now, and at the same time watch the gauge. You will see the vacuum rise up in there. Okay, this is in oil, and you see it's already working. Oil flow. If you can show how fast it pumps from here, would you please? Окей. Давай на меня. Okay, you probably did catch how fast it was pumping. What I wanted to also say, big plus of this system is, you see I can suck all the junk out of there. It doesn't have any gears to go through. So compared to the pump, it's a system that is safe to suck any junk. All it needs to go is a 1.5 inch ID, and there's 2 inch ID hose, and it goes straight into your receiver tank. As you can see, no expensive gears to fail in the pump, no filter to plug in the one, and you saw that speed. It was probably faster than even a 20 GPH, gallons per hour pump, gallons per minute pump, GPM pump. And device is of course very simple. Not to mention that most of you who have gas trucks, you already have a pump. I was thinking of what pump to use, how to create that vacuum, so you have mobile source. You can use hose up to, easily can go up to 50 feet. It will carry your vacuum. Just make sure you don't use very cheap one that vacuum will actually compress. And other than that, and this is such a huge vacuum pump. You can use even bigger hose, and you can use huge tanks for oil transfer. It will work just fine. Now, let me shut off the engine so you will hear me better. We'll tell you a couple things about this little device. This one has a float inside, you can hear it, and a shut-off valve. You can put any kind of vacuum right here. You can use vacuum from your vehicle. You can use any vacuum pump. Just make sure it's big enough for you to produce, to pump it fast, so it won't take you all day. But usually, from my experience, we found that even the small pumps work just fine, especially on 55-gallon drums. I have one of those, huge, like $3,000 vacuum pumps that is used on milking in the dairy operations, but those you only need or invest in those only if you have a big jig, like 500, 1,000-gallon jigs, tanks. Of course, it's better if you have a tank that can hold vacuum, because 55-gallon drums, they're okay. They will hold up to 19 inches vacuum. I mean, you can create 30 inches of vacuum and suck it if your tank can withstand that. Of course, we designed this tool for the simple reason that the 55-gallon drums are available for most anyone anywhere. If you don't know where to find one, go on the net and find where you can buy some in your local area. Go on eBay, go on Craigslist. Somebody will sell them. And over the years, I found that one of the biggest problems, well, not the biggest, but it's one of the problems, that when people just trying to get into oil transferring, the tank is of course a big investment. I mean, you can't buy a good tank cheap. And as far as 55-gallon drums, they are available. So this is pretty much it. This is how the item will ship. You'll have this little thing here. That's your vacuum breaker inside with float that will not let your oil go past your gauge and valve here and go into your vacuum supply. This goes on a 55-gallon drum. This connects right to it, and on the other side, the hose is connected to your wand. Okay, this unit will ship in 48 by 12 by 12 box, and we haven't weighed it yet, but it's not that heavy. Of course, everything will be new, and I hope you enjoy this new product.